We could all use some encouragement. And I've got some good news for you. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Mark. Greetings, friends, and welcome to 5 Minutes with Mark. I'm glad you're here. We're picking up our story today in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 2, at verse 14. As he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sitting at the tax office, and he said to him, "Follow me." So he arose and followed him. Now it happened, as he was dining in Levi's house, that many tax collectors and sinners also sat together with Jesus and his disciples, for there were many, and they followed him. There was an audible gasp in the first century audience when they heard this passage. Jesus walks by the tax collector, and he says to Levi, who's also going to be named Matthew, who wrote the Gospel of Matthew, pretty important guy. He says, "Follow me. Leave behind your lucrative business, your cushy position, and follow me. Walk away from the money. Walk away from the power, and follow me." And it says Levi did. I think it's pretty interesting. First off, tax collectors were hated. They were hated by the Jews. Levi is a Jew. He is a Jewish man, son of Alphaeus. And he's basically extorting money from his own people. You see, the way it worked was the tax collectors would assess the taxes and duties on goods and services that were sold. He would be sitting there at the docks when the fishermen came in with their catch and they sold their catch. Then he would go and say, "All right, now give Rome their cut of your profits." That's what tax collectors did. And Rome was looking the other way because they really didn't care how much tax the tax collectors collected. As long as Rome got their cut, the tax collector could get his cut too. That's how he made his money, by taking more than what Rome demanded. As long as Rome was satisfied, they supported the tax collectors. And remember, there's a military presence. There would have been Roman soldiers around to help collect the money. And so, for the Romans, these Jewish tax collectors were the scum of the earth. You're extorting money from your own people. How horrible are you? For the Jews, you're terrible. You're working for the Romans. They're the enemy. They're the occupying force, and you're taking our money and giving it to them. The tax collectors were despised. And Jesus, in typical Jesus fashion, calls one to be his disciple. The thing that we don't see that I would have loved to have seen is the look on Peter and Andrew and James and John's faces when Jesus calls Levi to leave the tax office and join the group. Because Levi would have been the one collecting the taxes from Andrew and Peter, James and John for years and years. They knew him, and they didn't like him. And so suddenly, we're in the in crowd, and the in crowd just gained one. And the one that it just gained was not the one that they would have chosen. He wasn't like them. And this really does reveal so much about the heart of God and the purpose of Jesus. Jesus came to call those who are in need. Jesus loves everyone, not just the good ones, not just the right ones, not just people who look right and act right and, perform well. Jesus loves everyone. and desires everyone to come after him. So much so that after Levi began following him, he invites Jesus back to his house for a celebration. And he goes and he's sitting around and he's eating with tax collectors and sinners. Can you imagine? Son of God hanging out, tax collectors and sinners. I think we need to reassess the way we see the world. And I think we need to reassess what church is all about. Because if we're truly Jesus followers, if we're taking this good news out into the world the way we're commanded to, we're probably going to have to rub shoulders with some tax collectors and sinners. Even be willing to sit down in their homes and dine with them. Even be willing to have relationships with the wrong people. Because that's what Jesus did. Of course, he opened up a can of worms. We'll get to that next time. See you then. I hope you're enjoying this Bible study, this quick devotion. If you'd like more content, you'd like to know more about me and see more of the things that I'm doing, check out my website, theeclecticmonk.com. There you'll find out about my video vlog, my podcast, and a whole lot of other stuff. Hope you'll join me there.